so grateful for God's good hand of blessing on WCTS radio, increasing the power, a new transmitter, the FM translator, and now even today having that FM signal across the Twin Cities has been a great point of growth and expansion under the vision of our general manager, Steve Davis.
And the studios were in North Minneapolis off Broadway. The first person I met was Richard V. Clearwater's
Dennis Whitehead. He was always well-versed in what was going on.
The Bible Station, WCTS.
Well, it was an older building on the north side of Minneapolis at 21st and Fremont Avenues. It was typical of a reasonably good-sized church building in the early part of the 20th century. Had a choir loft. You might call it an old-fashioned choir loft, and the baptistry was directly behind the pulpit.
When WCTS first went on the air, we children were on the platform doing memory verses the first Sunday they broadcast the Sunday morning service.
The original studios, when I came, were confined to a little old section. I think it maybe used to be a Sunday school class at the top of the old auditorium, at the top of the stairs, like in the balcony area of the old auditorium.
And we had old reel-to-reel tape decks and turntables, and I appreciate the fact that I cut my teeth on the old tech.
3M made a lot of the tape that we used. It's magnetic tape. It is a base upon which is laid down a magnetic strip.
We had a little device. You'd figure out where the tape needed to be spliced and lay it on this device, and then use a razor blade to make a diagonal cut, and then use tape to put that back together.
I got to the point with those blades where I could edit music. Okay, take the intro from this and the body from that, put it together, you wouldn't hear it. Well, I can't do that anymore. I am a digital editing sissy.
come in the afternoon and there'd be a ream of paper on the floor that you just have to pull and start organizing, because we were doing news, weather, and sports.
We read the news. We didn't have any national syndicated news. We got all of our news copy off of the teletype, which was back in the back room. We would rip and read.
Back in I think it was 77, big storm went through Shoreview. Tornado knocked down the tower that we were on. Now that's quite a story, quite a history there. It was originally property that we had, and we sold it to another radio station with the proviso that we had a 99-year rent-free lease on the tower. Then the storm came through and knocked down the tower. Well, for that station, it was their backup tower. They were in no hurry to put it back up. I went out there and, twisted tower and antennas. It was a mess.
So we looked around for a new place to broadcast from. Dennis and Peter Silseth erected a temporary antenna on top of the Fourth Baptist Church building in North Minneapolis at that time. And we broadcast, for most of my time here the first time, we broadcast from that antenna.
And then we moved to a taller tower. They had that campaign within a couple years after I joined, and then we went to those towers in Shoreview. So that was fantastic, because you could hear it all the way up to Duluth, down past Iowa. So it was a great range.
When it came time to make the move out here to Plymouth, that's when a couple of things happened. During that time, they sold the FM and moved to AM, but they also then developed the studios that we have here.
That FM signal that we have now, that was a long time coming.
I'm mindful of Nehemiah and wanting to build the walls of Jerusalem, but he had opposition from Sanballat and Tobiah and some of these antagonists. We had the same legal challenges and others who opposed the expansion of WCTS on the FM dial.
Now we're serving a potential audience of 1.4 million. So it's quite an increase. We're still amazed at the reports we're getting from people who hear us in locations where our mapping did not predict that our signal would be listenable.
May WCTS long live into the future before the Lord comes. We are unique again in the market, a place where people can tune in and hear the truth that God loves you, has a purpose for your life, came to lay down his life for us sinners. And it's the most wonderful news that I can imagine.